fully white loadout for CS2 and I'm going for the absolute best one, so some skins are going to be cheap and others are going to be expensive. My goal ultimately is to get the best one regardless of the price, but I will also give you some cheap options for the skins that are very expensive. First off, the USP Whiteout, which is no discussion the best one here, but it still costs around $50 in minimum wear, so if you want something cheaper just get the stainless in field tested, but honestly it's more of a silver skin rather than white, but it is the only other option. And then we have the M4A1S print stream, which is definitely the best pick possible here, but as many of you know, it is not cheap at all, and the minimum wear is going for around $252, so if you want a cheap alternative, I would definitely get the Mecha Industries, which you can get for under $30 in field tested. The Desert Eagle is super easy as well, it has to be the classic print stream 2, which is going to be around $50 in minimum wear. So as a cheap alternative, just like with the M4, get the Mecha Industries for around $5.5 in minimum wear. And then we have the Mach 10 Whitefish, which for me is perfect. It's not fully white as it also has a lot of black, but it's the most white one for this weapon. I could not find a better one, and if you get the factory new it will only cost you 60 cents, so it is super cheap. This video was sponsored by Skins Monkey, which is a trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CS2 skins for some new shiny ones in seconds. You just select the skins that you want to trade and the ones that you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for free and a 35% bonus when buying balance. They also host giveaways in the freebies page, and link to Skins Monkey is in the description. And then the 5.7 Cami, which is the best one that you can go for, and it's also pretty cheap unless you go for a very special pattern. If you know, you know, but if we exclude that pattern, the factory new one is literally only $2. Next up, the Tech 9 Bamboo Forest, which is old and amazing. Back in the day it was less than $1 and everyone used it. It's also got some green, but it's mostly white, and you can get a clean minimum wear version for around $4.5. For the MP9 it is super easy as the airlock is basically fully white and it is also pretty cheap. The minimum wear version is pretty clean and goes for around $4.5. And for the M4A4 I think the best pick is the Asimov, which despite having lots of orange, it's mostly white, but if you want it in field tested the price is going to be around $140. So as a super cheap alternative you can just get the Urban DD Pet, which is going for just 30 cents in minimum wear, and it is fully white as well. For the P250 we have the Whiteout for $34 in minimum wear, which just like the USP is absolutely perfect. For those of you on a lower budget, go and get the Franklin in factory new for just $1.2. And speaking of the Franklin, we have the Glock Franklin, but this one is actually very expensive for $40 in minimum wear. So the Glock Block 18 is a much cheaper one as it's only $2.5 in factory new, but it is not fully white. Next up, for the AK we have the Inheritance, which is my favorite here hands down. It's also got some blue, but it's mostly white and it costs around $102 in minimum wear. So you could also go for the Asimov in field tested for around $30 if you are on a lower budget. Next up we have the Galil Tuxedo, which is also black, but it is mostly white. You can even do the sticker combo with sauce stickers from the Copenhagen Major to make it even more white, as this one plus the sticker only costs about $1.2 in minimum wear. The op is kinda tricky as there isn't any fully white one, but the closest to it is probably the Asimov in field tested, which is going for around $130. So if you want a cheap alternative, just go and get the Neo Nori minimum wear. It's mostly purple, but it has a lot of white and it costs around $24. The FAMAS is very easy as there is quite literally only one option, which is the Mecha Industries. It's basically fully white and you can get the minimum wear version for about $4, so it is very affordable. Going over to the knife and glove combo, and here I'll give you two combos, an expensive and a cheap one. For the expensive one we have the Butterfly Damascus Steel factory new with the driver gloves Snow Leopard in minimum wear, which to me looks absolutely amazing, but it is way too expensive as this combo costs about $2,000. So as a cheap alternative I went with the classic knife Urban Masked field tested with a mono glove smoke out and well worn. And for this one you can change the knife to any other that has the Urban Masked skin, but I like this one as the pattern of the classic is nice if it's field tested or higher float. This one still costs about $250, but it's one of the cheapest ones I could find that are white, simply because most white gloves are super expensive, and as you can see these aren't fully white. That is it, let me know which color you want me to do next, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily CS2 content.